Hi, welcome to Yoga with Mom. I'm Jen and I'm so happy to see you again today. It got a little bit hotter than it was supposed to out here, so I don't feel like I'm dressed properly. I'm a little too warm, so I'm gonna try to take it easy, but I had a bunch of water today and I had a nice healthy lunch, so I hope you did the same. And if you're a little too hot, make sure to go inside and get out of the sunshine. But we're gonna start our workout for today, and if I have to stop and run off camera for a drink, that's what I'll be doing. All right, let's get started. So I'm in my comfy clothes, in my stable chair. I'm gonna bring my right ear all the way down to my shoulder, nicely stretching. And I'm holding on to my chair. I don't know if you can tell, and maybe you are too. Sometimes when I hold on to the seat of my chair, my shoulders raise up a little bit, which I think is nice because it really helps me stretch that left side of my neck. So try it and see what you think. I think sometimes also it's very nice to do different things on different days. So maybe someday you hold on to your chair, maybe someday you hold on to the arms, someday you hold on to your legs. It's all a little bit different of a stretch. All right, let's switch sides. Left ear goes to our left shoulder. There you go, very nice. Gently stretching here. Enjoying that stretch. Remembering to breathe nice and deep and sitting up nice and tall. There we go. Deep breath in. And I'm gonna switch sides again. So my right ear is gonna reach towards my right shoulder. There you go. My left arm is gonna reach up to the sky, really reaching tall. And like always, I'm gonna start wiggling my fingers. There you go. Really stretching as much as I can, pulling my arm so hard up to the sky that I feel it all the way down into my hip. And my right ear is just glued to that right shoulder. All right, I'm gonna keep wiggling those fingers. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right, and I'm gonna slowly bring it down to my side, reaching all the way out from my shoulder. There you go. And once I get to a nice straight line, I'm just gonna hold and wiggle. Hold and wiggle. I know, my arm is getting really tired and I'm sure yours is too. Great job. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep it wiggling, wiggling, and bring it back towards center. Wiggle, 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 and slowly lower down to our lap. Fantastic job. All right, left ear goes to the left shoulder. And I'm gonna grab back onto my chair so my hand stays in the same spot so I get the same stretch on both sides. All right, let's reach that right arm up to the sky. Really reach and stretch as hard as I can, and I wiggle those fingers. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggling, gently wiggles. There you go, let's keep wiggling, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Perfect, and then I'm gonna slowly reach it down to the side, all the way to the right side. And I keep my fingers wiggling, and then once I have a nice horizontal arm here, I'm just gonna keep holding for 3, 2, and 1, and then I bring it back towards center. There you go, slowly wiggling, fluttering those fingers down to your lap. Wonderful job. All right, let's take our chin and glue it to our chest. There you go. And I want you to just gently shake your head no. So I'm gently rolling my head side to side on my neck. I'm not putting my head backwards and rolling that way. It's not very good for your spine to do that. So I have my chin safely glued, and then I just roll side to side to say no. This way I'm loosening up my neck and I'm not getting my spinal cord to do things that aren't really natural to the human body. So I'm just gonna do a couple more sides to sides. 2 and 1. All right, let's sit up nice and tall. Fantastic. All right, deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. One more big deep breath in and exhale. Fantastic. I hope that helped energize you a little bit. Let's keep moving. So I'm gonna make sure I'm nice and firmly secure on my seat. I'm gonna hold on to my chair here, and I'm gonna start with my marches, bringing those knees up nice and tall. And I think when you do yoga on different days with different outfits, you'll notice that some clothing is a little bit more restrictive. These pants don't let my knees move up as much as I'd like them to, but on the other hand, having a little bit of restriction with your clothing sometime can help you build muscles a little bit. So I always take the good and the bad. I'm kind of one of those glass half full kind of girls. I hope you are too. But let's keep marching. Get a few more good marches in. Here you go. And we'll keep on going after this. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic job. All right, let's secure ourselves on our seat again. Why don't we hold on to the side of our chair with our left arm, okay? Because I'm gonna bring my right leg up. If you don't have an arm of your chair, you can hold on to the bottom of the chair too. I'm gonna hold on to my side today just for fun, a different stretch every day. Let's bring that right leg out straight. There you go. And I'm gonna reach my right arm up to the sky. There you go. I'm just gonna hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and without letting my leg go back down, I'm gonna reach my arm towards my leg. There you go, flex that foot. Perfect, so my fingers are touching my knees, my foot is flexed, and I'm gonna hold this here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that knee down. Fantastic. I'm going to take my right arm, grab onto my right arm of my chair, and I'm going to switch sides. So I make sure I'm nice and stable. Reach that left leg out. My toes are a little bit pointed here, and I reach my arm up to the sky. There you go. Reaching tall, stretching that foot out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop our arm down towards our knee, flex our foot in. There you go, and we're gonna hold this, we can do it, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Lower that knee down to the ground. Perfect. All right, let's do our nice seated twist. Always one of the favorites. So I want you to grab onto the arm of your chair, the bottom of your chair, or one arm on the arm, the other one on the seat behind you. Whatever feels comfortable today. Maybe you had a hand on the back of the chair yesterday and you want to have them both on the arm. It's up to you. It's your body. Listen to what feels good today. I'm going to put my one hand on that back of my chair here and one on the arm and really twist my torso. There you go. I'm looking over my right shoulder, looking behind me, seeing what's going on in my backyard. My dogs are doing silly things back there. They enjoy the summer. I hope you have something fun behind you to look at too. But I gently twist and stretch, twisting and stretching. Remembering nice deep breaths in. And sitting nice and tall here. One more big deep breath in. And then as I exhale, I'm going to rotate through the center and switch sides. So I'm going to grab onto my chair the same way I did on the other side, so I get an equal stretch on both sides of my body. And I twist. Sitting nice and tall. Really reaching up to the sky, nice and tall. Crown of the head reaches, gently pushing into both of my hands to twist. Starting to feel the twist in my back, which is fantastic. And I sit tall and I remember my nice deep breaths in and out. One more in and out. Fantastic. Let's make my way back to center. All right, you're doing such a good job today. I want to make sure your feet are nice and planted on the ground now. We're going to do something a little bit different than, I guess we haven't done this exercise before, so let's try something new out today. I'm going to reach my arms above me. There you go. And I'm going to hold my torso in, kind of try to engage those muscles in our tummy in our sides too, here, our obliques. Really just try to hold everything in, reaching those arms up. And I want to do some little pulses, kind of like we're doing crunches, but I'm being mindful to have my torso a little bit tightened. There you go. And I'm going to reach down and up, down and up. And I'm trying to use these muscles right here to crunch a little bit. And then I reach back up. There you go. We're just going to try to do this 10 times here. See how it feels. I think that this is something we can easily do every day. And I think it's going to make a nice difference in our torso and our core, because having a strong core is so incredibly valuable. It's unbelievable how easy and how quickly these things go if we're not paying attention. All right, we've got just a couple more. So keep strong. Don't give up on me. You got this? For 5. Up straight tall. 4. Keep going. You got this. 3. Strong, strong, strong. 2. All right, we got one more big and strong. The best one you've done out of all. Deep breath in. And then slowly drop those arms down. Wonderful job. I bet you can feel that now too. All right, let's move on to one of my all-time favorites, the pigeon. I bet it's one of yours by now too. So I'm gonna have my right leg nice and planted. I'm gonna cross that ankle of that left knee over. So my left ankle is on my right knee. Perfect. I hold on to the sides of my chair and I'm going to hinge at my waist. I hinge. There you go. So holding on, hinging down, trying to keep a nice straight back. Really letting my hip feel that movement. And I've got my toes flexed. It's kind of hard to see in my sneakers, but flex those toes. And I just gently fold myself down. I remember my nice deep breaths here. All right, one more big deep breath in. And I'm gonna round myself back up, sitting nice and tall. Great job, let's switch. Drop that left foot down. I'm gonna bring that right foot on over. There you go, bend my knee, flex that ankle. I'm in a nice good position here. You can always give yourself a little wiggle of that knee to help adjust that hip. All right, you ready? We hold on tight and let's fold. Hinging at our waist, gently hinging. And as always, just be mindful of your knee and your leg. You should never feel any pain or pinching. If you do, you sit up, you adjust yourself in your seat, adjust your layout of the leg here, and then you start trying again. Nobody ever has to go all the way down. Any level of bending down is going to help your hip and help strengthen your body. There you go. I've just been practicing for a while, so I'm getting kind of good at it. I'm sure you are too, though. We've been together for almost a month. All right, let's keep bending. Go, remembering to breathe. All right, let's take one more deep breath in and exhale. And then let's round ourselves up to a seated position. Very nice job. I'm gonna drop that right knee down. Very nice. I'm gonna bring my left knee back over. All right, fantastic. So we're gonna do a little bit of more core work today. I'm feeling very inspired to get extra strong today. So let's take our hands, interlock our fingers. There you go. Our palms are gonna grab behind our head here. Perfect. And I want you just to swing a little bit side to side. Just going side to side. I'm not pressing on my head. I'm just gently twisting. There you go. Allowing the movement here to gently twist my body. I'm not pulling my head or anything though. There you go. All right, let's stop in the center. Take a deep breath in, stretching tall. All right. And now I want to bend. I'm going to curl down and bend towards this left knee. My goal is to try to get my right elbow as close to my right knee as possible, or my left knee as possible. So this right elbow goes to this bent knee. Okay, let's try it out. I'm gently bending down and up. Perfect. Down and up. Down and up. All right, let's keep going. I've got 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, back up, 7. Remember to sit up nice and tall. 8, strong, strong, strong. You got this. 9, big and strong and tall. Those arms and elbows wide. And 1 more. Kiss down and stretch it all back up strong. Fantastic job. We're gonna switch sides. So if you can keep those arms up, I know they're getting tired, but you're doing a wonderful job. If you need to shake them out, absolutely do that too. And then we're gonna bring them back behind our head. So I'm gonna switch legs. My left leg goes down and plants, so I'm nice and stable. My right one's gonna go up here. And just like we did on the other side here, now that I've got my hands laced behind my head, I'm gonna just twist a little bit side to side on my spine. Just getting a little bit of rotation and movement. And 1, perfect. All right, I'm back in center. Take a deep breath in, really ground myself up and down. Really big breath in and out. 1 more big one in and out. All right, so you've got this. You know what we're doing. We're gonna bring that left elbow to my right knee, bending down and back up. There you go. Down and up. Let's keep going. We've got this. We've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going strong. You got this. 6. Straight up, nice and strong. Elbows reach wide. 7. Back up. 8. Back up. You got this. 9. All right, 1 more big, strong one. The best one you've done all day. Ready? Down and up. Elbows nice and wide. Fantastic job. You are doing so, so good today. All right, we got just a couple more minutes, all right? So, let's see. You know what I want to do next? This is a good fun one. I want you to take your left elbow here and either lean it on the side of your chair or you can lean it on your leg. There you go. Wherever you're more comfortable in. And I want you to reach that right arm up to the sky. I'm really trying to get a nice twist, pulling my shoulders away from each other, reaching up. There you go. Really, you can wiggle those fingers a little bit if you'd like. Really stretch and reach tall, stretching and reaching. And I'm pushing a little bit into my left elbow, trying to pull my shoulders apart. My fingers reach up. I want to open my chest up as much as I can. So I'm trying to picture my shoulders dropping down my back and pulling closer and closer to each other down the back. I just keep reaching up to the sky, pushing into my left arm, really stretching and reaching. Fantastic job. All right, let's take that top right arm, and I want you just to reach behind you, straight behind your back. There you go, straight behind. If you have a chair that you can reach on to the back of, you can grab that and gently pull. If I leave, my chairs and my legs are too far apart, so I'm gonna just reach and not grab onto my chair. But that's, if you wanna just grab onto your chair and let your elbow float, that's okay too, it's a different stretch. Keep on stretching. For 3, 2, and 1, perfect. All right, let's round ourselves back up and we're gonna switch sides here. So our right elbow is gonna go on that right knee, leaning down, there you go. Left arm goes up to the sky. Really reaching as tall as we possibly can. We're gonna gently push into that right forearm, just pushing. Those left fingers reach up, and we really just try to open up our chest. Those shoulder blades drop down our back. You're really twisting, really reaching. Very good job. I know it's warm today, so I'm proud of you for how hard you're working. Keep on stretching. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's take that left arm and reach behind us again. And like last time, you can grab onto the back of your chair and pull a little bit that way, or you can just stretch as much as you can to the back. All right, wonderful job. Keep reaching. There we go. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Let's make our way back up to center. All right, wonderful job here. All right, we're just about done for today. So let's just do one more little movement on our legs, and then we'll head on to the rest of our afternoon. So what I want you to do, we're gonna sit firmly on our chair. There you go. I'm gonna bring my feet onto the balls of my feet. There you go. So just the tips of my toes or the balls of my feet are touching the ground, and then I set my heels back down. All right, up and down. Very nice. Up and down. We're just gonna do this 10 times, nice and easy. We've got up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Very nice. Keep going. You got this. Just a few more left. Up and downs. Up, down, up, down. One more big strong one. And down. Very nice job. Let's bring our palms together in our heart center in our prayer position. You did such a wonderful job today. I am so glad you were here to join us for another class at Yoga with Mom. I'm Jen. I can't wait to see you soon. Now go inside and get some water and have a good rest of your day. Bye. See you soon.